You're fiddly with country with the Galoosh right here on 91.9 KSTV. Tonight's a special show because I have one of my favorite and best friends, Dalton Huey, in the studio. He's a great guy, a good singer. He writes great songs. I'm going to go find out more about Dalton tonight.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here. Yeah, it's fun.
So, Dalton, well, I say your name already, so.
That's my name.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Manhattan, so I was born in Manhattan. Then I've lived north of Manhattan, like 20 minutes my whole life. I went to a smaller school called Riley County High School, grade school, all the way from preschool on up through high school. So I'm a townie. I'm around here the whole time.
Like, how big is that high school in Riley?
So it's 3A. So we had about 200 people in the whole high school. My graduating class had 48 in it. So not too big, but it's a good size.
See, I'm from a bigger school.
Yeah.
From Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, you probably don't know all your classmates, huh?
I have them on Facebook.
Yeah, gotcha.
But how do you know when you wanted to write songs? Like, how old were you?
So it's actually more of a recent development, I think, than a lot of people realize or think. Like, a lot of people think I was probably just into music my whole life, and that's definitely not the case. I didn't really get into music until my sophomore year of high school, so about 4 years ago. That's when I started playing guitar. And as I was learning guitar and playing guitar, I kind of started writing songs that would like help me learn a specific technique or something like that. And then as it kind of progressed through that, I decided, like, oh, I want to write songs, and just felt really like that call, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, is making music that can like help people, give some people some hope, things like that. That's kind of when I knew it was sophomore year. It's like when I was sophomore, junior year, or actually it was more junior year, I'd say, when I really like knew that this is what I think I want to do with my life. And then from there on, it went just like my senior year of high school. Did the King for a Moment was my first album. Did that as a class project, and then from then just been playing shows and excited to get the second one out.
And like, tell my listeners, like, what kind of music do you like?
Do I like or do I play?
Do you like to play and write?
Okay, I like to play and write. So I'd consider my music to be more of a folk rock kind of sound, as opposed to anything else. That's just how I would describe it. A lot of people, you can really kind of go either way, because I feel like genre is super subjective these days. It's definitely got some folk elements, definitely got some pop and some rock elements in there. Yeah, that's what I would say it is. It's folk rock.
Why not country?
Why not country? Oh, that's a good question. I've been told that I sound a little bit country. I think it's because I have a low voice, and so that when I sing, people are like, oh, you must be country. I'm like, no, I don't really feel like I am. But, yeah, I think it could be, you can kind of make that argument, but I don't know, I just never really wanted to label myself as a country artist, just because, I don't know, a lot of the way, I'm going to probably get some hate for this, but like, I don't know, there's like a stigma with country music where people are like, I don't know, I don't want people to look at me and be like, oh, where's your tractor or something like that, you know? I don't want it to be like, oh, you must be just a cowboy if you're a country artist, and I most definitely am not a very country person at all. So I just didn't want to have that label, because that's not really who I am as a person, even though I do like country music.
You do like country. Who's your country singer that you like?
Favorite. That's hard, because there's so many good ones. But like, I'm more of an old country kind of guy. So like really old country kind of guy. So I'd say like Johnny Cash. Honestly, I really like Johnny Cash. So I think that'd probably be my favorite one.
Like what song?
Oh boy, what song? I don't know. Let's see. I do really like enjoy things like Walk the Line or Hurts, one of his like newer songs, or like one of the like most recent songs he did before he passed away. That's a really good song. Yeah, he's got all kinds of good songs. It's hard to like just pick one.
And who is the important person in your life who has inspired you?
The most. I don't know. I mean, like in music or just in general?
Music in general.
Well, if we wanted to go to music, like who's somebody like I just kind of like aspire to be like, I guess would be somebody like Mike Rosenberg, or his stage name is Passenger, so he wrote that song "Let Her Go," which not that many, but everybody probably knows that song, but they don't know most of his other songs. But like, I think his story's so awesome, where he played on the streets for like 6 years before he ever like got an ounce of recognition, and just like that hard work and work ethic and just going over and over and over again, even though it didn't really seem like it was paying off for him. I think that's really admirable. So, yeah.
And we like to play a song live.
Yeah.
Right now.
Sure. I'll go ahead and let me just introduce it.
You can.
Yeah. So this song is called "I'll Wait." It's my first single off of my second album that's coming out next Tuesday. I'll Wait. The video's out on YouTube and all that, but this is "I'll Wait." It's like a more toned down version, like an acoustic version. Hey there, beautiful, why you so blue? Can't help smiling just looking at you. Make me wanna laugh, wanna dance and sing. If I was your man, you know you'd have a ring. 'Cause I'm not playing any games. I'd wipe you up if I had half a brain. You're perfect in every single way except the single part, but that's okay. I'll wait. Hey, 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 I'll wait. Hey, 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 I'll wait. Hey, 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 I will wait for you. I'll wait, I'll wait, hey, 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 I will wait for you, babe. Oh, I can tell you just what's got you down. It's 'cause he's always hanging around. He don't really love you, I know it's true. Baby, he's not even worthy of you. But I'm not playing any games. I'd wipe you up if I had half a brain. You're perfect in every single way except the single part, but that's okay. I'll wait. Hey, 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 I'll wait. Hey, 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 I'll wait. Hey, 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 I will wait for you. I'll wait, I'll wait, hey, 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 I will wait for you, babe. Oh, oh. I don't understand it, how you can go through so much pain every day. Babe, I know it, I can treat you so much better in every way. Hey, because I'm not playing any games. I'd wipe you up if I had half a brain. You're perfect in every single way except the single part, but that's okay. I'll wait.
You sound so good, Dalton.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
What made you write that song? Oh, wait.
That song is kind of a funny song to me. So I'm in a fraternity here on campus, and I was just kind of put in the position to like host an event, and so with some of my friends, and we were gonna host a watch party for a football game, an away football game, but we were gonna have it like out back, we were gonna like project it all big, and so we were gonna do that, and we were gonna make it feel like a home game. So we were gonna have like food and like snacks, and we were gonna do like a halftime show, it was like a local halftime show, and like the friends were like, we were kind of thinking about like having me do some songs or something like that, and like as a fraternity, of course, we were gonna invite a bunch of sorority girls. And I was thinking like, oh, if I'm gonna do that, I want to write a new song. It'll be really cool, and it'll be like, wow, this will be the first time I'm gonna perform it. And so I sat down trying to write this like cute love song, like something that girls would like. And my motives were really pure here, of course, as you can see. And and so like I sat down, tried to write the song, and nothing would come out. Like I kept trying, and just worst writer's block ever. And then kind of gave up on it, and then started walking to class one day, like it was like 8:30 in the morning, and got about halfway there, and just the first verse and the whole chorus just popped into my head all at the same time. I just kind of had to sort through it all at once, and it was really exciting, like trying to write that all down before class started, and then running back to the house and finishing it up real quick. But it really is just kind of a fun song that just kind of came together just out of the blue. Really, it was just a really fun song, and I don't know, I really like it.
I love it.
Thanks, man.
I've been listening to your songs at home, especially that one. I love that one, and is it Silver and Gold?
Silver and Gold, yep, that's another song on the album.
I can't wait to buy the album from you.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd appreciate that too.
And speaking of sorority girls, do you have someone special in your life?
No, I don't. that's no, not really. No.
You heard, ladies, he's single.
Oh boy. Thanks, Sean. Thank you.
Dalton, you're the best.
Thanks, man.
In one of your music videos, which church do you use?
So you're talking about the Ed Sheeran, The Shape of You parody?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I had my friend come by, and this is actually the church that was in that video was it's called Sedalia Community Church. That's where I used to go to church just like my whole life up until college. Started going to church here in town after that. But yeah, it's Sedalia Community Church. It's a small church about halfway between Manhattan and Raleigh. And yeah, it's pretty small, but it's really cool. It's got a cool story. And yeah, it's a good place.
And with the album coming out November 14th, what made you write this whole album?
What made me write the whole album? I don't really know. I mean, to me, it's like, it wasn't just like I'm going to write all of these songs and they're going to be on the album. It's kind of like each song has its own story, and then, but they all kind of came at a similar time. So, like, for me, so, like, I'll Wait came from a completely different perspective than Lay It On Me, for example, which is another one of the songs. And they came from totally different perspectives, but I think they really all kind of come together. And the album title is called Why So Blue, and I think that's just like really says a little bit about where I was at as I was writing all these songs and like where I'm going. So like the first album, King for a Moment, was very low key, very like toned down acoustic, and a lot of the songs were pretty sad if you think about it. And I'm not sure. I mean, like, that wasn't really intentional necessarily, but I guess that's just kind of like the bittersweetness of like leaving high school and going to college and stuff like that. But this one's it's Why So Blue. So like, why are you so blue? Like, I don't mean, like, there's not a good excuse to be so blue. It's like, I don't know, just thinking about the things in my life that I have to be thankful for, and how just like awesome life really is. It's not just like this thing that you have to do that sucks a lot. And so just thinking about that, like, why so blue, and like being like that, having that joy and hope and that happiness that's just there, because it is. I mean, really, and like I'm hoping with this album that like as people listen to it, they'll be able to identify with that and be like, why am I so blue? Because there's not always a great reason to be, and there's so many good things about life that we can embrace.
That's so true. Like, going back, you're in a fraternity, and it's called Prom House.
Prom House fraternity, yeah.
And like the night I was walking down the hallway, walked by your room and heard you singing. I'm like, who's singing? So I opened the door and it's you, and you shared your music with me, and I just did not know Dalton, you sang. Like, what does all the guys do? Like, how does the guys like you singing every night in the room? Or how many times do you sing?
I sing all the freaking time. Yeah, I sing so much, like whether it's like with a guitar or not, just walking down the halls. Usually, if I'm walking down the hall, if I'm singing a song, I think I don't know. I get some static for it sometimes. I think it's because I sing really loudly and our walls are super thin, so I think some people don't always appreciate it when I'm singing at like 11:30 at night, and I feel kind of bad, but I also don't feel that bad at the same time. Like I think they've all been like just super supportive and super like encouraging to me. I think. Like nobody's just been like Dalton, shut up, which I really appreciate, and even though I'm sure some of them were probably thinking it every once in a while, but yeah, they've all like handled me really well, and I'm really thankful for that.
Can your music go through the walls to the bunk area?
No, it doesn't quite. I don't think it makes it quite to the sleeping dorms, but you can definitely hear it in like a couple rooms over.
And when is that music video coming out that the Galuge was in?
Oh, the Galuge.
So I can share with all my listeners when the video comes out.
Yeah. So, yeah, we filmed the music video for "Lay It On Me" a couple of weekends ago, and that'll be coming out this Tuesday. It'll be the same day as the album releases. I'm gonna release the video for that song, and then it'll be like kind of, I'll release it probably that morning or maybe at midnight. I'm not sure yet, but it'll be out that whole Tuesday, and then that's the release party that night.
Talk more about the release party.
Okay.
Where we're at and what time, and it's free. Do you need tickets?
Yeah, so I'm having a release party for my album, and so that's going to be this coming Tuesday, so November 14th. It's at 8 p.m. The doors open at 8, and it's at Farmhouse Fraternity, so that's where it's at. It's 1830 College Heights Road, in case you need to Google Maps it or something. You can usually just type in Farmhouse and then it'll pop up, K-State Farmhouse or something like that. But yeah, doors open at 8. It's a free event. There's no cover charge. I'll have like free cookies and hot chocolate for people, and I'll have albums for sale and stuff like that. Albums, stickers, shirts, stuff like that will all be for sale there. And I don't know, I have like a donations box or something, but there's no like obligation to give me any money whatsoever. But I'll have a concert. 8 o'clock is when the doors open. I'll have my friend from Kansas City. Her name's McKenna Patchen. She's going to open for me, and it's just going to be like, I'm really hoping this is going to be a really fun night, just to enjoy some music and enjoy some people and meet some people, and yeah, that's what it is.
And a lot of sorority girls.
I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see how that pans out.
Would you like to play another song for my listeners?
Sure, I can do that. The song's called Silver and Gold. I think Sean mentioned it earlier. Darling, where did you find that dress? I knew you were beautiful, but not like this. Darling, today will be perfect, I know. 'Cause when we leave here, we'll share a home. Every night, hold you tight as long as I'm able to. I'll be yours, you'll be mine, and nothing will take me from you. So let's dance till our feet fly from the floor, and let's laugh till we can't laugh anymore. Ring on your hand says I'll be your man. Till we're silver and old, we'll be silver and gold. Darling, but I never find on your hand. Says I'll be your man. Silver, silver and gold will be silver and gold. I'm in love with your love. 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 So let's dance till our feet fly from the floor. And let's laugh till we can't laugh anymore. Darling, the ring that's on your hand says I'll be your man. Till we're silver and old, we'll be silver and gold. Silver and old, we'll be silver and gold. Silver and old, we'll be silver and gold.
I just love that song.
Thanks, man.
What made you write that song?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember super well. It's a really recent song. It was the last song that got onto the album. I wrote it. I actually had about 10 or 11 other songs that I was going to write, or that I had written, and then I was going to put on the album. And then this one just kind of came out. Like, I wrote it, and I was like, man, this has got to be on there. And so, like, I was already, like, halfway through the album when I wrote this song. And I was like, this has to be on there. So I went ahead and recorded it. I think this was probably more when I was getting ready. So I had a friend that was getting married, and he asked me to sing at his wedding. And I think that's probably, like, what's probably in the back of my mind as I wrote it. Like, oh, okay, weddings, stuff like that. It's like that, very much like a wedding kind of song. It's kind of the theme. It's like the whole, like, the marriage thing. So I think that's probably where it came from. It was just kind of another one of those songs that just starts and you just go with it. And then that's just the way inspiration and creativity kind of comes sometimes. It's really awesome.
See, ladies, you're missing a great guy. Somebody who would sing for you every night.
Oh my. Oh boy.
So, how many brothers or sisters do you have?
I have one sister. She's 25, so she's, depending on the time of the year, she's 5 or 6 years older than me. She's actually a music teacher, a choir teacher, and so she teaches at Riley County, so that's our old high school. And yeah, so she's there. She's just started there this year. She was at a couple other schools before that. And I think they're in the middle of their musical rehearsal right now, so I don't think they're probably listening, but that's what they're doing.
Did she help you, like, give you lessons or for your voice, or is that natural?
I think it runs in the family a little bit, and then I've definitely, like, asked her for help a few times with, like, my voice and stuff, especially, like, when I'm losing my voice. She always knows, like, this is what you have to do to get your voice back. And we've done a couple, just, like, she's tried to teach me, like, I don't know, sorry, sis, proper, like, breathing, proper mechanics and stuff like that, so that I don't, like, hurt my voice. And usually those don't last very long before I get distracted. And I'm kind of not a great student for her. I don't know why, but yeah. So she hasn't really, like, necessarily, like, taught me anything, like, formally, but I've definitely learned from her.
That's great. Like, I bet your parents are really happy at you.
I like to think so. I assume they are. Yeah.
So, what made you write, like, Almighty?
Yeah, Almighty. That was a that was a long time ago that I wrote that song. It was just kind of like it was another one of those songs where you just kind of I got really just like became really aware of my the sin in my life. So it's very much like a worship song kind of, and yeah. So it's kind of like the first line is like my sins stack up like pebbles on the riverbed, and that was just so true at that moment where I was just like, and I mean it's always true for me, of course, but I was just really became aware of just like the sin in my life and like how like how like just seeking God through that and like wanting to be a better person and not kind of commit those same kind of things over and over, those recurring things. And yeah, it was just very much like it was kind of like one of those like low points. I think that's the story of every song though. Like, you know, I was feeling really down or feeling really sad or like something like that, and then I just wrote the song about it to make myself feel better. But I mean, it really, I don't know, it definitely has some power to it, I think. So that's where that one came from.
So, like, have you thought about becoming big? Like, you know, there's TV shows out there, like American Idol or The Voice. Have you thought about that?
Well, I've thought about it. Excuse me. I've thought about it when you've talked to me about it. But not really seriously. No, I mean, like, would I like to be big and have millions of fans? Yeah, that'd be cool. Whether that's what God's got in store for me or not, I don't know. If it does happen, that's pretty awesome. If it's not, that'll be awesome too. But yeah, I suppose like for like The Voice and the American Idol, like I don't know if I could ever just get myself to do that. It's like, I mean, it'd be fun maybe, but I just can't. I don't know. I just feel like I would get on there and people just be like, "Oh, what are you doing? You dingus." It's so easy to make fun of people on those shows, and I guess I don't know if I have the self-esteem to do that.
On The Voice, like, if you were trying out and all the chairs turned, which person would you choose for your coach?
Remind me who all the judges are again? I don't
Blake
remember.
Shelton, the guy from Maroon 5.
Oh, Adam Levine.
And Miley Cyrus. And I forgot the other one. Jennifer something, I believe.
Is it Jennifer Hudson?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. All four of them turned around. I don't know. I mean, I'd probably go with one of the guys, probably Blake or Adam, I would assume. But I don't know. I mean, Blake probably has a more similar voice to me. Adam probably understands my kind of music a little better. I don't know. It'd probably just be a toss-up. And whichever one said something funny, that's usually how those go, I feel like.
I'm just so glad you're in the studio tonight, Dalton.
Yeah,
You're
fun.
such a great guy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I do have a request.
What's up?
Can you sing The Man She's Looking For?
The Man She's Looking For. Ooh.
Or Mockingbird?
Or Mockingbird. Ooh. I can do either of those. Yeah. Which would you prefer?
Let's do The Man She's Looking For.
Okay.
All those single sorority girls are looking.
Oh boy, I shouldn't have said that earlier. Okay. Actually, I don't know if I've practiced this song very recently. Man She's Looking For. Let's see. I haven't practiced it in a acoustic set in a while. When I perform, I usually like to do it like big and loud and have people clapping and stuff. But we'll see what we can do here. Sorry, my guitar's buzzing. She just fell from heaven to Tennessee. Landed over there underneath the pine trees. Eyes like snowy crystals, hair like golden fleece. I asked her how she covers up her wings. I made her laugh and it was great. but I knew we would have to wait, because I am not the man that she deserves. I am not a perfect man, you see. And even though I love her from the bottom of my soul, I am not the man she's looking for. Oh, 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 oh. I swear she's got everything I'll ever need. Choirs of angels would be jealous when she sings. She came to earth riding on a shooting star. I can tell that this girl's gonna go far. She smiled at me as she flew away, told me we would have to wait, because I am not the man that she deserves. I am not a perfect man, you see. And even though I love her from the bottom of my soul, I am not the man she's looking for. Oh, oh, oh. So I will keep on fighting until the day I die, to be a man who lives a righteous kind of life. She deserves the whole world, not just everything I have. So I will keep on giving until there's nothing left. I am not the man that she deserves. I am not a perfect man, you see. And even though I love her from the bottom of my soul, I am not the man she's looking for. Oh, I'm not yet the man she's looking for. Oh, someday I'll be the man she's looking for. Oh, 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 the man she's looking for. The man she's looking for. Oh, 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 oh. The man she's looking for.
You sound so great.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
You did good.
Thank you. I haven't played that in a while. I was a little nervous.
So if my listeners want to go find your music, what media sites are you on?
Well, pretty much all of them. My personal website is daltonhuey.com. It's DaltonHuey.com is my main. It's like my official website. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of those things. Those are my social medias. But if you wanted to like purchase music, you can do that on like iTunes, Amazon. I think Amazon, Google Play. I think. I don't know. I'm pretty sure like all the big ones. Also on Spotify if you just want to listen that way. It's totally cool. YouTube. Pretty much anywhere you want to, you can find me.
And have you thought about doing like a Christmas album?
I've had a few people tell me to do a Christmas album, and the thing with that is like I'm always just so behind the ball of doing that, because like with Christmas coming up, everyone's like, oh, you should do a Christmas album, but I don't think a lot of people realize that if you want to do a Christmas album, you got to be recording that thing in like March. Like it's got to be done in the summer, and you have to be ready so you can be ready to release it in December. And if I started a Christmas album now, it wouldn't come out until next Christmas. So like I'm just always been behind the ball and be like, oh, maybe next year I'll do something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I particularly would want to do that, but it could happen someday, I guess. I don't know. Maybe like a Christmas EP or something like that. That'd be kind of fun. A fun project.
Which, since since we're getting into that holiday spirit,
Mm-hmm.
who are you most thankful for?
Who am I most thankful for? Goodness, that's a hard question to answer because I feel like you say one person and then
Or who are you thankful for in your life? Anyone?
anybody. I would say something like my friends in Farmhouse. There've been just a lot of guys that have really just been awesome friends to me and taught me so much and helped me just like learn and grow spiritually and grow my faith, grow just as a man. And just like, I don't know, there's just too many of them. I can't just say like, oh, there's one specific person I'm thankful for. But I know it's kind of a lame answer, but it's true. There's just so many like people that I'm just like super, super thankful for pouring into me and supporting me in pretty much everything that I do.
I can tell you, I understand where you're coming from with Farmhouse. Like, I talk about you guys all the time because you guys mean a lot to me, and definitely you guys mean a lot. You, Connor Green, Sam, Andy, like all the guys. You guys treat me kind of like a house member,
Yeah.
but it's really enjoyable coming over and talking to you guys and getting to know you guys personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's always awesome having you around the house. It's cool. Yeah, it's an awesome place with awesome dudes. So I'm really thankful for those relationships I have there.
Okay, my other question is, if you had a girlfriend and broke up, would you be the next Taylor Swift and write a song about a breakup song?
Oh, well, wow, that's caught me off guard there. Because like, I mean, I've definitely like written those kinds of songs. They don't always get released. At least the worst of them don't. Yeah, so like, for me, if I was gonna write a song like that, kind of the best way I think for me to do it is like a way long time after the fact. So if I broke up with somebody today, I wrote a song. I mean, I could definitely write a song about it, but it would not be a pretty song. So if that were to happen to me, I would like, I think a lot of times it's best to like, for me personally anyway, this is just kind of how I like to work, is letting like some of those emotions filter through, so that way you're not just caught up in the emotion as you're writing, because then you just kind of miss like, you don't really you can miss some things when you're writing if you're just like chock full of emotion. But for me, if I like wait like 6 months later and like I've processed everything and I'm good, I'm in a state like I'm doing fine, but then I can go back and like kind of remember that emotion, and that can like spark a story that can turn into a song. Yeah, kind of like that. So I mean, yes in a way and no in a way, but yeah, that kind of answers your question.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
How do you want your music to impact others?
yeah, I would love for it to just be like a kind of that, like just like I want it to come through as just like a voice of like hope and like joy. I don't know. I've always like really like, I don't know. I've identified like for whatever reason, like the things that like just kind of get me, like they just kind of like break my heart, is people that like go through like depression or like self-harm, stuff like that. That's always been like kind of like an MO. Ooh. Like for me, like I really want to like be able to support those people that like struggle with those things, and just like really just bring joy and like let them know, man, it's okay. Like life is good, God is good, and it's okay. I mean, where you're at now, like that's not where it has to be. But I mean, that was kind of like maybe like my initial like sense of like this is what I want to do, but like it's just kind of broadened up, and I think what I mostly want to do now is just like I really want to be the kind of person that can just kind of help people get to thinking about like having like a relationship with Christ. I want to be like kind of I don't necessarily want to be like that person that like makes like firm Christians like help them grow in their faith, but like I want to just get people thinking, like ways that they're not necessarily like, it's not necessarily Christian music, but just really songs that people like, but then also being able to just like speak into people's lives and be like, just like get them thinking like maybe there's just like something better out there than maybe what I'm currently living in. And so I think that's definitely where I'm at currently with my music and where I want it to be going.
That's really good. Can you play the song that we did for the music video?
The music video? Oh, Lay It On Me. Yeah, I can play that. Maybe. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. This is Lay It On Me. We'll have that video's going to come out on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday.
And what's this song about?
It's really about just like laying, it's kind of like two different things, like things that you've done and things that have been done to you, and laying those things at the feet of Jesus, like at the cross. That's really where it comes from. So it's kind of like a Jesus speaking kind of song, like saying like, hey, this is okay. Like just like lay your worries and your troubles and your sins and everything that's like your regrets and then the things that have happened to you that you can't let go. Lay those on me, and like I will show you something better. And that's really where the heart of that song is, and that's where the heart of the video is at. I'm really excited to get that finished and shared with people. So yeah, I'm super excited for this song. This is probably my favorite song, I would say, that I've written. I think it's a really powerful song, and I'm just really proud of it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to fix my guitar there. I'm sorry. There's a place for all that you've done, for every word you've left unsaid, for all the regrets you can't take back, for all of your burdens, the strength that you lack. Just cast it all away and lay it on me. Let your burdens fall. Let go of your hurt. Let down your walls. If you can't go on, give your worries to me. I'll carry them all. Lay it on me. Just lay it on me.
inside and there's no place left to run. You're struggling just to keep your head above the water. No one seems to understand. It's a tough pill to swallow when you feel all alone. You just need someone to get you through. Lay it on me. Let your burdens fall. Let go of your hurt. Let down your lay it on me. If you can't go on, give your worries to me. I carry them all. Lay it on me. Just lay it on me. Let your burdens fall. Let go of your hurt. Let down your lay it on me. If you can't go on, give your worries to me. I carry them all. Lay it on me. Yeah. Lay it on me. Yeah. Lay it on me.
I just love that song.
Me too.
Like I know the rock that I picked out was Broken Heart
Mm-hmm.
because my heart's been broken for 2 years because I lost my mom, and then a couple months ago I lost my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So that song really hits me really great.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me get through.
Thanks, man. Sorry to hear that.
But thank you, Dorothy, for coming in, and can't wait to see your album release party.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited, man. That's gonna be so much fun.
One more time, where is it and what time?
Yeah, so it's this next Tuesday, November 14th, at Farmhouse Fraternity. Doors open at 8 p.m. and we'll have free cookies for your refreshments. It's a free event. You can come by, listen to some music, eat some food. It'll be awesome. I'm super excited for it.
Thank you so much for being on the show with me, Dalton, and it's just such a great having you on the show, singing some great songs, and Why So Blue. Make sure you go to Farmhouse and listen to it.
You bet. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.